We're live. Howdy, howdy. And it's an evening with fabulous Mr. Chris LeClaire. Give it up. Give it up. How's it
I don't
going,
see
Chris?
good. I don't see nothing on the side here. No comments display.
Because there's no comments there.
Oh, okay.
Nobody's there yet. Nobody's there yet. So it'll pop up once we get people in, if we get people in. So, wow, you've gone through a big change here. You've got a new apartment. How are you liking it so far?
They do credit check and background. Good. They do credit check and background.
All right. So
Yeah. We just got in here last Tuesday. It's $695 a month, one bedroom, one bath, all utilities paid.
that's awesome. That's a bargain. Hey, Info Love. How's it going? Good to see you. So you see the chat now,
Now
right,
I see.
Chris?
Now they're
There
coming
you go.
in.
Hey, Jennifer. How's it going?
So yeah, you've seen the pictures. Obviously, they're very spacious.
Yeah, Chris showed me the pictures of the place. It is a big apartment for a one
Unbelievable.
bedroom, one bath.
No, actually, there's actually theaters in this building. The people that perform in this building.
Really?
Entertainment. Yeah, they have entertainment in the building as well, like above us. They have
That's
theaters.
amazing.
So it's residential and commercial as well.
That's
So
crazy.
basically,
It's in is it like downtown Branson then? Like in the middle of everything?
yeah, kind of sort of, but back in the day, this was a steakhouse. Back in the day, back in the '90s, it was booming. It was the world's largest steakhouse back in the day, and it kind of got a decline. But what it was is that the workers would work here, and then they would live in the apartments. So the workers would work here, and they'd go downstairs, and that would be there where they would live, basically.
What a nice gig.
So
That's amazing.
but they still have shows here locally that still perform in this building. There's like 2 shows that they have here. They have theaters here and stuff. I haven't seen that part of the building yet, but yeah.
Wow. So it's not noisy or anything when the theater is going on?
Oh God, no way.
Wow.
The shows won't open up here until March.
Oh, okay.
You'll see a lot
but then you'll know whether it's whether
you'll
it's
see a lot
noisy
of
or not.
you'll see a lot of traffic and a lot of cars coming in and out
Wow.
from the shows.
Wow. That's pretty cool though.
So the workers that would work here would live in the apartments. You get what I'm saying?
Yeah, absolutely. I
Well,
mean,
they have
that's great.
they have a 2-bedroom for $975, all utilities included as well.
That's a bargain. That's crazy today because I think here you can't touch a one bedroom for. It's going to cost you around at least $1,100.
The only it does include in cable, which I don't care. It does not come with Wi-Fi, but I have my own T-Mobile home internet that I pay $50 a month for. I'm good on that.
Right.
It doesn't come with a stove or an oven, which is no big deal. That's not a big deal. But it does come with a big refrigerator, and you can still use all your skillet, your air fryer. You can still use all that stuff.
Mm-hmm.
So
and that's interesting because I watch it, and I'm a moderator for Danny the Medic.
Yeah.
And he's an actor. He's also a medic, and he does YouTube. But he just moved out to Vegas, and he's in an apartment that's similar to that, where I think he can do a microwave or something, but he does food reviews anyway, so he just eats out all the time. So
I mean, you can see in the picture there.
Yeah, I mean that was the bedroom, and that was so big.
But we use the bedroom. It has a big closet. We use the bedroom as our living area, and then the kitchen area we just kind of use for, like, you know what I mean?
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Then we have a little hallway. You can see a little hallway. Debbie's walking in off to the side. They have the bathroom, and then the bathroom sink, and it is separate from the bathroom, so it's not. It's separate. You know what I mean? They're right next to each other.
Yeah, that's amazing.
Yeah, for $695 a month. I mean, hell. You can't beat that. Nowhere.
No, you can't. You can't. And I could, I've lived without cable for, over
You're
15
talking
years. So
you're talking 370 square feet. You're talking something like this alone back home would cost probably about 1,200 or more, just for a
yeah,
small place like
yeah.
this.
And now the grocery stores, they have like pre-made meals that are still cheaper than restaurant, but a little bit more expensive than making it yourself. It's still
There's the
very
hallway.
doable.
So there's the hallway where you walk through, and then the
Oh
kitchen
yeah,
is the other part of it.
yeah. It's pretty amazing. Pretty amazing.
So yeah, we'll have to see one of the shows here when once it opens up here. Me and Debbie will have to check out one of the shows.
Yeah, I think they just announced the Broadway shows here in Atlanta, and there's a waiting list for tickets.
So how was your
But
cruise? How was your cruise, by the way?
the cruise was awesome. It was very awesome. We didn't go to every island. I
Yeah.
think Antigua, I'm up to Antigua. So Antigua looked like it had enough that it would be worth going back to because it's actually like Antigua and Barbuda. So there are two islands there that it'd be worth going back to and just doing
No,
what they offered on both of those islands, I think,
no,
for a
no,
good week.
no issues with the boat. You know how sometimes you hear about cruises all the time. You know the stories. No issues. That's good.
It was beautiful. It was lovely. And even like the all the navigation
Yeah.
crew were just they were engaging as well because at one time, I think it was when we were in I forget which island we were at, but Chris and I were kind of hanging out on the upper deck looking out over all the activities they had going on. And they had like a line dance going on, but after the line dancing ended, they some people pulled out some double dutch jump ropes,
Yeah.
and these adults were double dutching. It was so funny. And then one of the navigating crew members came by, like he wanted to jump in and play. He was just intrigued by it and like just it was so cool.
So
It was just
question
very
asked.
laid back. It wasn't a huge ship. It wasn't as big as like gosh, the Virgin ship that was there when we were there. That thing was huge compared to our ship. But yeah.
Have you ever
Nope.
done Walmart? Have you ever used Walmart Plus?
I don't use Walmart Plus. I use the app and I order $35 worth of groceries at a time. So it's free for pickup.
Okay. Do you have them delivered ever to the house?
No, I don't do the delivery. I
Yeah,
just do the
we,
pickup.
we do the delivery all the time. It's more convenient for us because we don't drive, so it saves us a lot of money.
It's not bad. And now that Walmart's kind of like Amazon and some of the dealers are on both, you can pretty much get anything off of Walmart delivered now too,
Right.
not just your groceries. So,
Sure. I know.
but I've taken advantage of the free stuff too because you can also buy things to be delivered from their regular huge inventory. So you can order groceries as long as it's over $35, it's all free.
Yeah. Right.
And so what I'll do is I'll order $35 worth of groceries and I don't know, order a shirt or something off of Amazon. Or I mean off of Walmart and get it delivered. So
I like Amazon because they bring it right to you. They don't go through the mail. You know what I mean?
Oh yeah.
I like that. It's more convenient. I like it that way.
Yeah, we have Amazon. So because we have Amazon, we don't do the Walmart.
Yep.
We won't pay for that. So it's going to be one or the other. And I don't think I think Amazon still has some better prices on stuff. Like we order our toilet paper and paper towels from them
Right.
consistently from Amazon. So
now you got to interview me.
Well, I know I have to interview you. So so you got moved, which is awesome. I love that you have a great deal. It's a nice place, but are you further away from Walmart? Because I know your last place you were close to.
No, not really.
Closer within walking distance to Walmart and shops.
Yeah, that was in Branson West. That was in Stone County. We're back in Taney County, which is Branson now.
So
We're
proper.
not.
So
We're only about where we're at now. We're only about a couple miles from Walmart now.
okay, that isn't bad.
So
So if you had to Uber, it's not so bad.
no. Mm-mm. Now, if you use it
Hmm.
all the time, then it can get pretty pricey,
Hey,
expensive.
yeah. So what is the cost of Uber going to 2 miles to Walmart there?
Let me check right now. I can look
Because
right
I
up.
know when we were in Puerto Rico from our hotel in the Arts District to Old Town area, it was, I think it was like $8 for the two of us. So it was cheap. In my opinion, it was cheaper than renting a car. Uh, so most stuff, what did we use an Uber for? I think just from the airport to our hotel, from the hotel to Old Town, and back to the hotel, to the cruise ship, from the cruise ship to the next hotel we stayed at, actually apartment. And then there was one time we went to the grocery store and I thought it might rain. So we ordered a Uber to go back to the apartment. Uh, but it was a way cheaper than renting a car. But next time we will go to San Juan again because Puerto Rico is just really cool and the people are awesome. But we'll rent
$7.
a car.
$7
Yeah, that's not terrible.
from
Was that
from my
one way?
yeah, from my location to Walmart, it's $7, and then probably another 7 back.
Hmm.
So it
I
ain't bad.
wonder, does Uber charge different prices for different hours?
It just depends on where you're going and how, because it actually shows you how much it costs. See, like right there, see it? How it actually tells you
Yeah, yeah,
the price,
yeah.
which
We have Uber. Yeah.
yeah, I like that it actually tells you the price. That way you know right away how much
Hmm.
it's going to cost. You know what I mean?
Right. There's no haggling, no negotiating.
Absolutely.
Although I'll say, when I was in New York City, I forget what year it was, 35. So it would have been almost 10 years ago. We took a cab everywhere.
So, but
And it
yeah,
was only everywhere we went, and we stayed down in the Battery Park area, well, near the Twin Towers,
yeah,
uh, and everywhere we went cost. Didn't matter if we went to um Central Park or we went to the theater. Uh, no matter where we went, it was about $20 for four of us to go. So again, it was not that it was cheaper than renting a car because in New York City you'd have to pay for parking, which is ridiculous.
this is so much better than being in a hotel room. 100%.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
We've been living in hotel rooms
Absolutely.
off and on, 6, 7 years. We've been living in hotel rooms because
Yeah, was your last place a hotel room?
well, yeah. How is the problem with Branson? Is Branson?
Oh.
It's a
Housing
tourist.
is a problem everywhere, and it's obviously only getting worse between hurricanes and fires.
Well,
You
Branson,
know.
especially in Branson, housing is really bad here.
Mhm.
They got 1,500 residents that live in subpar motel rooms that are paying some. Some of these people are paying 190 a week. Some are paying more. It depends on which one you go to.
Oh yeah. Yeah.
It's expensive. You know what I mean?
Yeah. Or more.
Just,
Like a
I'm
lot
just
of
so
the hotels around here, you could pay for
easily
renting a place.
a weekly probably down there. Probably you was probably 300 a week.
I don't know about that, but I mean it's ridiculous.
We have a
But
lot of week.
housing's tight here. Even in the suburbs, you're going to look at minimum $1,200 for an
We have a lot
apartment.
of extended stays and a lot of families that live in weekly motels here. A
Oh
lot of
yeah,
families,
we have for decades now.
so
We have for decades, yeah.
and it's
And
just
now in my area, I see people all the time that are just like trying to rehome their dogs because they can't afford where they're living anymore,
yeah,
and they're moving into their vehicles. Or people who have moved into their vehicles with their dog with their family,
right, exactly.
and there's no room for the dogs, so they're trying to rehome the dogs. It's getting to be a dire situation.
Well, I wouldn't
Um,
even gotten if I wouldn't even have got probably wouldn't even gotten this place because only reason why I got it because Debbie had good credit and I have
mhm,
the now if I would I wouldn't have got it alone. It was because of Debbie's
yeah.
credit.
But you can always work on your credit, though.
Yeah, absolutely.
You
I,
know,
I
a little bit at
just
a time.
I'm just glad to be away from all those crazy ass people in those hotels. Their
It can be
stories,
crazy. It can be scary, man.
their stories, their lies, their BS. It's just unreal. Some of these, godly.
Well, because they're always hustling for the next,
Yeah,
to stay
right.
afloat. Hey, Dan, good to see you there.
Hey, Dan, nice to see you there.
So, yeah, I don't know what's gonna happen because I don't know, something's gonna have to give, right?
How long you had your place for?
Oh, we've only been here 6 years, but we were in our last place for 20.
Okay, how long you and Chris been together?
26 will be 27
Wow,
in May.
wow, holy cow! Congratulations.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, yeah. Thank
Wow,
you.
wow, that's a long time.
Yeah, yeah. So, but yeah, we've only been here 6 years, so that's why, like, I think a lot of people think I'm new at gardening.
Yeah,
I'm new at gardening at this place,
yeah. I
and
can
I
tell you.
focused.
I can really tell you're really into your gardening.
Well, because it saves me money on food. I'm cheap.
No,
Anything to save a buck, I'll do.
you're frugal, basically.
I'll
Not,
say I'm cheap.
not wrong with being, there's nothing wrong with being.
I always say I'll wear the cheap badge proudly.
There's
I
nothing wrong with
will,
being frugal.
because I just, I don't know. I've always kind of grown food. But when we first bought this place, the thing I focused on was because my old house, I had gardens, I had flower gardens, I had little bit of vegetable garden because I didn't have a lot of sun
Yeah,
where I was. So then when I moved here, I learned watching a lot of YouTube videos and just having like
yeah.
the little, like I had a persimmon tree up front. And I
Where'd you?
learned from that when I moved, I needed to like
Yeah,
focus on my fruit trees because they take a while to produce.
yeah.
So that's what I did here that first year was focus on getting fruit trees in and berries and stuff like that.
Where'd you guys live before that?
We lived pretty much in downtown Atlanta.
Oh wow. Okay. Okay. All right.
Yeah. Yeah.
Do
So,
you miss? Do you miss it?
yes.
Oh.
I miss being that close to the city. Hey, H. Lamar. How's it going?
Are you far from the city now?
Not really. No,
Okay.
no. We're still kind of close, but I do miss the city life, but I like having the property to
Yeah.
be able to grow more of my own food and stuff.
How many bedrooms you got there?
We have a 4 bedroom,
Holy cow.
3 bathroom.
Holy cow.
It was a step up from our last place. We were in a little tiny tight bungalow.
Wow,
It
you got
was
a lot.
built in 1954. Now we're in a
Wow, you
1980 model.
got 4 bedrooms. Wow. What do you do with all 4 bedrooms?
Well, this one's an office, and
Right.
that's actually a sofa bed there.
Oh, okay.
Then I have a bedroom on the other side, and then
Oh, okay.
Chris has a master bedroom on that side where he stays.
Oh, wow.
And then we have another master bedroom in the back.
Oh, okay.
That one can be converted to an apartment pretty easily. It has its own entry and
Yeah, yeah. You got a
water heater and electric and all that.
You got a basement?
No, we have a walk-up attic though. We have
Okay.
stairways to our attic.
You like your
So,
kitchen? You have a decent sized
and
kitchen.
it's huge. It's huge.
And obviously you
It's way
like big.
too big. I miss my little tiny kitchen. It was
Well, for
smaller than
someone,
this room.
well, for someone who likes to cook, I would think you would like a bigger kitchen.
No, no, no. I like to be able to pivot.
Oh,
That's the ideal kitchen. And most chefs will tell you the ideal kitchen is something very small where you can pivot from the stove to the refrigerator to the
yeah.
sink
Right,
and
right.
everything's like a step or two away. That's
Okay.
the most ideal situation. Whereas here, like the
Yeah.
sink's like I don't even have an island in the middle, which
Right.
is fine because then I'd have to walk around that. But I have to take a few steps to get to the sink. It's ridiculous.
Yeah, yeah, that's true, I guess.
You know. And then but yeah, it's very odd. It's very odd. And at my old place I had a mold issue. So I had to pull out all my kitchen.
Right.
And then when I replaced it, so I had a washer and dryer in my kitchen.
Oh wow.
That's how small this place was. It wasn't made like by the time they had washers and dryers. So my washer and dryer was in my kitchen, but when I
Yeah.
had it redone in that kitchen, I had a huge bar like
Yeah.
put over that, but no ledge. So it wasn't a sit down bar
Right.
because of the space. But then I had cabinets put in that wrapped around that. And so it cabinets wrapped around, and then the bar kind of went over my washer and dryer. So yeah, it was different. But back in the day, before I had that bar installed, I'd have parties. We would use my washer as a cooler for
Yeah.
beer and stuff. So, because you could just put ice in it and put beers and drinks and whatever in it, and it would drain into the like a washer would drain.
Yeah.
So it's pretty easy going. Yeah. So, what kind do they do? Broadway shows there where you're at, or?
I don't know. More like comedy shows, I would think here.
Oh, okay, that's cool.
Yeah, more like one's called the murder mystery,
Okay,
stuff like that.
huh?
So they're trying to, and I think they're going to end up putting end up putting a new bar in here and a whole bunch of new stuff. So and they're putting a lot of work into the place now. So you know what I mean?
Wow. So you're kind of like a high end.
No,
Like I think of it as like a midtown place, like here we'd see in Atlanta, because you have all that stuff going on there.
well, they have like 25 units in here. They have like 25 apartments in here, but just can you just imagine working in a building and getting off work and
Being in the same building.
yeah, and going home in the same building and not having to leave the property. You know what I mean? It's convenient. You know what I mean?
Oh, it's convenient. But think about a cruise ship.
Well, yeah.
Think about a cruise ship, because most of those people bunk
Yeah.
with somebody else. They bunk with a stranger,
Yeah.
And when we were there, like they worked from sun up to sundown. Like the same person that waited on us at night worked the kitchen, breakfast and lunch.
Mm,
So they worked like, I don't know, they worked a lot of hours.
very,
And our room steward, she was there from morning and she did turn down at night. And they work ridiculous hours there.
yeah.
And it's pretty tight quarters. I think our server in the evening said, like, if you have a spouse, they'll arrange for something a little bit bigger.
Mm,
But no, generally it's like a single bunk, very tight. So, and those people, they just work ridiculously hard.
yeah.
And Christmas, holidays don't get time off. So, yeah,
Can't believe it's almost February already.
I know. I'm ready for warmer weather. We're going to hit almost 70 next week.
It was
Can you
60.
believe it?
We were in the 50. You're gonna be in the 60s here the rest of the week.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. So how's Debbie adapting to the cooking situation?
She likes it so much better now. 100%.
Because it's so much easier.
Well, yeah, it's hard to cook in a hotel room.
Oh yeah, yeah, it is. I think we did it once when I was working. I had to work in Lexington, Kentucky, and when we first went there, uh, it was for 3 months. They put us in me and my coworker. There were 2 girls, 2 boys, guys, and
That's
we
what the building. That's the
put us in
building.
Oh, that's beautiful.
Those are the main doors for the theater, but we're right around the corner from there.
That's beautiful. Wow.
Yeah, that's the theater. That's the main entrance when they have the shows go on right there.
Wow, that's gorgeous.
Yeah. So yeah.
But yeah, they put us in a hotel room for 3 months, like sharing a room.
Oh yeah.
So at one point we just got tired of eating out, and our per diem really didn't cover meals 100%. So we got a skillet.
Debbie loves the fact that we have a big refrigerator now again. That's you don't realize how much you miss this stuff when you're living in a hotel room and having a small refrigerator. You don't realize how much you really miss having a big refrigerator. I tell you, man.
Well, I knew it was very significant because that was one of the photos you sent me.
Yeah, I
was
know.
the refrigerator, and it opened, and like how big it was. Yeah.
Well, but yeah,
Oh,
I
I
would,
get it. I get it.
you
I
know,
get it. Yeah.
it's just
It's
being in those, in those hotels and extended stays. It's just too stressful on Debbie. It's just
no,
way
it's
too
too
stressful.
stressful on anybody.
If you walk out your door, someone's either drinking out of the bag or somebody's smoking or they're doing something, and it's just they have to do room inspections. People got to come by every week and check and walk in and check the room. People are knocking on your door. You have this, you have that, blah blah blah. We had one person literally walk up. This was a couple of years ago when we were at another one, and we had someone knock on our door and ask Debbie, "Can I use your pots and pans to cook you guys your food?" No lie,
No,
no
no,
lie.
because they would have been sold in a heartbeat just for some
We, uh,
like
we,
meth or something.
we've even had people knock on our door and ask us if we had 3 tablespoons of butter.
Hmm.
Little simple. Yeah, that's the kind of stuff you put up with living in places.
Hey, Vinny, I missed Vinny. Is he still here, or did he take off already? I'll see you later, Vinny, if you're still here. We'll see you Friday.
Of course, you saw my massive movie collection too.
Oh yeah. Oh yeah. I saw that when you were at your the place before last.
Yep.
Hmm. Yeah, that must be a pain in the butt to move.
Yeah, I got plenty of room now for it here.
Oh yeah. Yeah,
The
you
other
do.
the other place was so packed in.
Now you just have to hold the line though. Like if you can hold the line and not buy anymore,
Well, now
you know.
because now I'm already at 1680 a month is what I was my is my income now. So you figure
Yeah, but just because you have more money and less
I'm
rent
in a I'm in a good
and
spot.
more room doesn't mean you should be spending
No,
like work on your credit,
no,
dude.
I'm gonna start stocking away $500 a month and taking the
There you
other
go.
and start giving myself a weekly allowance.
There you go. There you go.
I
Budget,
need to
budget.
start.
You know, a good website for a budget is Dave Ramsey. And you don't
Okay.
have to sign up to anything or anything. He has them and you can print them out. They're there. You can do a little budget. And it's helped a lot of people. Like I had a friend that went, kind of lost their house, basically almost filed for bankruptcy.
Yeah, I'm terrible
And
when
I
it comes.
turned them on to Dave Ramsey, and they worked themselves out, and they've almost paid off their second house that they bought after the first one they lost. So, I mean, his methods are good, whether or not you agree with his politics. You know, so even for me, I listened to him on the radio a lot. So he got me motivated to, I didn't have any debt except for my car, I think. No, I didn't have any car debt for 12 years. So I'd paid that off. But he motivated me to pay off my house. So that's what I did.
Wonder where Mark is tonight.
Mark is probably worn out because he's so busy. He's doing stuff with like 3 or 4 bands now,
Wow.
at
Holy
least
cow.
3, maybe 4 bands now.
Holy smokes.
He and Chris have been talking. They're planning something for Bimbo's birthday. So I don't know what they're doing. So I don't even know the date yet.
Yeah.
So, but something maybe might be happening if Mark has the energy.
Yeah.
So I don't know.
So did you cook tonight?
I cook almost every night.
You and
I have to be like totally slammed with like backlogged with edits, or I have to be very, very sick to not cook. And I always have extra like meals already prepared in the fridge.
okay.
So I have, or in the freezer. So for me to not cook, I have to be like craving a pizza, which
Yeah.
is about all we ever order out, or very sick.
You ever watch cooking shows like Hell's Kitchen, Kitchen Nightmares, any of that stuff like that ever? No, never got into that.
No, I did, but I don't have TV or anything like that. Everything I do is on YouTube. If it isn't on YouTube,
Oh, okay.
of course, I had to see the Clowny movie on Fossum for free. But other than that, everything I do is on YouTube.
Oh, wow.
hmm Hey, Leah, how's it going? We're just having a chat, catching up with Chris LeClaire and Miss Debbie.
Hi, Leah. How are you?
They had their new place here, so I'm
Yeah.
excited for them. That's really great, though.
Yeah, no duh. Tell me
I
about it.
mean, you've paid your dues for sure,
Yeah, tell me about it.
and then some,
Yeah,
and
big.
then some.
The last place we left, we were paying $245 a week.
Holy cow!
I know. Tell me about it.
Plus, well, you didn't have to pay utilities there.
No, but that's a lot of money. Of
Yeah,
course, you know. Yeah,
for a
it's a lot.
hotel room.
Yeah, big time. And cable, and you have a small refrigerator and I mean, that's ridiculous.
So Leah had a question for you, Chris. And she doesn't mean to be nosy. And
You're
this
fine.
is a good question, though, and you don't have to answer it, obviously. How old are you? And is your only income Social Security disability?
Yes, it is. I get survivor benefits
Mm-hmm.
from my father.
Mm-hmm.
So, yeah.
Yeah. Yeah, because I think a lot of people don't know your background.
Oh, that's fine. I don't mind talking about it.
I know you don't, but I mean, I know your background, but
I've
it
been on
was,
it. I've been on it since childhood.
yeah, Chris had
Oh,
a really tough life. He had a very dysfunctional home
yep, very
and then
much so.
was given up to foster, well, taken away from that home at a very young age,
From 6 to
put in
13.
the system,
Oh, yeah, sure was.
got kicked around like you do in the system.
Moved around many times.
Yeah. Yeah. It was a very, very challenging time.
And then when my
Uh,
sister, when I was 13, my sister and brother-in-law took me in under their wing as a foster child. The same year that my mom passed away in 1988.
yeah.
And then I was with them. Then I was with them until I was 18, and I've been basically on my own since I've been 18. So,
Yeah. Because they just throw you out on the curb once you
but,
age out of the system.
but the majority of my life, I've lived with people all my life. I mean, I was with my friend Sherry for 7.5 years, and then I got with Debbie in 2004. So I've been with Debbie ever since.
hmm
So, I'm the kind of person that doesn't like to live alone. I guess I never really had to live. I never really had to live on my own and have that experience of living on my own. Like Debbie lived with her parents all of her life too. You know what I mean?
hmm
And her parents
Right.
passed away in 2000, 1 month apart. So,
Right. And then that left you with a lot of other disabilities,
yeah,
ADHD, uh,
I just
autism. Are you on the spectrum with autism
I have I
as
have
well?
I have attention deficit disorder and I have an impulse disorder.
Yeah. Yeah.
Mental disabilities, I guess if you want to call it that.
Yeah.
So
Yeah. So, and that's all understandable given the circumstances.
crazy is a lot of people don't understand why Debbie's with me and why she puts up with me. I guess it's because she cares about
Because
me.
she's an angel.
Oh yeah, absolutely. There you go.
She's an angel. No, she loves
100%.
you. She cares about you.
Yeah.
Hey, Mark, good to see you. Hey, Simple Life, good to
Hi,
see you.
Mark Kropka. Are you going to come up?
I can drop a link, Mark, if you want to come up.
Yeah, tell about my new place. Mark would
But
be happy.
yeah,
Mark would
yeah.
be very.
So, hey, Penny. Penny's here too. Good to see you. Are you done with the snow? A Simple Life. She
We
got
have
snow for the first time probably ever in her life.
we got
I
snow
think it
here.
was.
We got snow here 3 weeks ago, and it was gone within a couple days. Within a week, it was gone.
Uh, Leah said, "I didn't know you could collect your parents' Social Security as an adult. That's because he had the disabilities."
I got it when I was before the age of 18. I was under eight.
hmm
I was underage at the time. That's why.
Yeah, yeah. Once you get SSI as a child because they're diagnosed with
But I'm not
something,
getting. But I'm not getting
Mhm.
SSI. people, I guess,
Oh,
survivor.
you're on disability.
Right, but I get survivor benefits. I don't get SSI.
Oh, okay.
SSI is a completely different program.
Yeah.
SSDI, whatever.
SSDI. Yeah, I get confused. There's so many programs.
Yeah,
exactly. So little time. It is. So that's like you have to refile for that every year, or is it?
No, I don't have to refile anything. No, they just send once in a while they'll send me out a form, and so. Oh yeah, I'm almost done with my teeth. Speaking of that, actually, yeah, I should be wrapping that up here pretty quick now. So.
Oh, your teeth?
Yep, I'm getting it done. Yep.
Yeah. So you have your caps in. The next stage is getting everything else fitted. Your little slide on.
Well, the caps, in November they put the implants in November, and the caps, right, they're still in my mouth now. They have to take them off. They're still in there. They haven't removed them yet. So.
All right. Let me see how I do this, Mark. Since I'm not used to, let me know how this works too. I don't know if this function works because can't post messages to some channels. I don't know. We'll see how that works, Mark. It may not let you up since I'm doing allowing multi-streaming.
Never know until you try.
Never know. It's a first for everything.
That Walmart, you have to refresh that page or no?
Probably. I check it.
Hey, I know I'll be outside Monday. It's going to be 71 and sunny here Monday. I'm ready. Yeah, so tell me about it. Tell me about it. So I don't know if y'all were here the other night. Lee, I think you were here, but I was talking about me trying to sign up for Social Security. And they're asking me, who.
Debbie's probably gonna be taking hers in like the next 7 months. She'll be taking hers.
Yeah, I'm trying to get mine, but I'm late in applying. But it's a pain in the butt because you could, if you were married before for 10 years, you can also apply under their income. But then they're asking for a ton of information, his social, his birth date, all that stuff. I don't remember my ex's stuff. I don't want to. I don't want to talk to them to get it either. They have all that stuff. I filed with them, so it's crazy. And people who went through domestic violence, they don't want to contact their exes. They should be able to help you with that. And then they're like, well, what, you don't want to collect off your current husband? I'm like, I want to collect off whoever gives me the most money.
Debbie's slaving away making pizzas in the background. She's full of flour.
So I'm all full of flour now.
Oh, no. Oh, my gosh.
I'm 66 in February, so I'm 66 in 10 months. I'm at full Social Security age. So
holy moly.
So over 35 years I've worked, I can collect finally and get the good amount. So that helps a lot.
Excellent. Congratulations.
Oh, thanks. But I'm still working on my computer to make money too. So I do what I have to do, until then. Even then, I'll probably be working until I'm 90 with the way things are going,
Hey, well, it's, I don't know. I'm going to take mine early. So,
yeah.
I'm kind of nervous about it, but I don't know.
But I think you lose like 40 to 50% of your money by taking it early. So I didn't want to get $800 less a month. So it's like,
yeah,
it's a bit of money. It's a lot of money, especially when you get older.
I know, right? That's what's scary for me. Like taking it now, I'm terrified.
And then plus the cost of everything is so high still too.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Eggs
Eggs and everything. Too bad you don't have any chickens in your backyard.
We did have see, this is my issue with chickens and backyard. So my neighbor had chickens, but one chicken died, and I'm thinking, oh, that's okay. But then now she's saying all of her chickens died.
Oh no!
The problem is though that and this is what I'm afraid of. Like they have all these backyard chicken gardeners, right?
Yep.
So what I'm afraid of is people like her did not have their chickens tested, right? They just buried them somewhere. And then they didn't have that area disinfected. So other animals can now come into that area, pick up any
Yeah.
disease. So what you're supposed to do is call the USDA. They will
Yeah.
come out, they will test your chickens, and if there was an issue and they have the bird flu, they will disinfect that whole area for you.
Yeah.
Because it's really going to mess up the economy. Now, Georgia's known one of our biggest exports, and what we provide the other states is chicken meat, chicken eggs, chicken,
Are
chicks
you happy? Are
for
you happy?
brooders.
Are you happy with our new president?
No comment.
Okay, good. We won't talk about it anymore. I was just wondering.
We will not talk about it anymore. Let's see. Oh, there's Mark.
There you go.
Howdy, Mark. Yeah, we don't talk politics on this channel. No drama, no politics, no arguing. All happy, shiny
happy.
people.
No, I'm
No
happy.
softball, no fist fighting,
Yeah, no fist
No.
fighting,
no gambling.
no spitting, no cussing.
Mark had to come on up because I'm on here, so he had to show his face, right, Mark?
Yeah, that's right, Chris.
I have an apartment now. You can see me in the background. I'm not in a freaking hotel room anymore. I moved in here last week.
Good for you. That's great. Good news. I'm glad to hear that.
$700 a month, all utilities paid.
Oh, nice. That's a great deal too. How big? What? One bedroom?
No, one bedroom. You got a kitchen and you got a kitchen and a bedroom and a 370
Nice.
square.
Nice.
And they-
Beautiful.
And
Yeah,
get this,
there.
Mark. Get this,
Yes.
Mark. He's in a building where they have a theater.
2 theaters and they have shows.
Oh, nice.
Yep.
That's pretty cool, I guess.
Yeah. Yeah, he said it was a steakhouse, and then those were apartments for their employees.
Right, would live in the apartments, right?
Yeah, because then you can owe the company store. Do you know where that
Wow.
comes from? Back in the day, post-slavery.
Mark, this is the living area. This is our living area.
Oh, it's kind of hard for me to see because you're
Okay.
so small in the picture.
Well, you
Right?
basically
Yeah.
so you walk in and you have your whole kitchen area. And then you walk through a little hallway, and in the back is your living area. You have it's like your living room and your bedroom combined with a big closet.
Oh, you know what? I can show
That's
these
basically what it
pictures.
is.
Do you want me to show the pictures?
Absolutely.
All right, let me show the pictures. Let me figure out how to do this.
So how you been, Mark? I haven't talked to you forever.
Yeah, it's been busy. I'm in 4 bands now, and
Holy
I'm
shit.
really spreading myself out thin.
Holy
I have
cow. Damn.
rehearsals, crazy rehearsals this week. All 4 bands are rehearsing, so
Holy
I got to remember all this music, which
Wow.
is I'm still learning a lot of it, and I'm cramming. I'm going out of my mind trying to learn everything and play it really well. So it's working out though.
No wonder why I haven't
getting
talked to you. No wonder why I haven't talked to you in a while.
Yeah, it's one of those things. I do pirate radio every once in a while. You haven't come on there for a while. Hi, Penny. Hi, Leah.
There we go.
Hey, Spartan Dan. Hi,
There we
everybody.
go. There's photo 1.
Hey, James. Good to see y'all. My allergies are bugging me today.
Oh, yeah, 'tis the season.
Can you see them, Mark? Pictures?
Oh, yeah. That's your new place.
Yep. There's number
Yeah.
1.
There's number 1. Oops, let me get to number 2.
Yeah.
It's number 2.
The closet. Look at that big closet there we have even.
Yeah, there we go.
Oh, yeah. That's a bedroom?
Yep. So the bedroom is the living room, basically. Is all in one.
I see.
Mm-hmm.
And my computer is in that corner there, is where my computer is, where I'm sitting right now.
Ah, okay.
to the left.
Cool.
And then Debbie's is the one right here in front with the
Right. So
Yeah.
where those two posters are, that's where my computer desk is, where I'm sitting right now. Look at the big refrigerator I got, Mark. Look at that even.
Yeah. They've been living
Oh,
out
yeah,
of a
nice.
little tiny fridge.
Yeah,
for
Mark
years.
knows been in and out of hotel rooms. Mark knows how horrible it's been for us.
Mhm.
Yeah, I do.
God's and there's when we first looked at the place. That was the very first picture we shot when we got the place right there.
I love that photo. It was just so cute.
But see, that's the kitchen area, and then in the back part, see when you have the little hallway there, and off to the side is where the bathroom and the sink area is.
Ah,
You see the little hallway where you walk through the back part? That's the back part is the living area, and the front part is like the kitchen area where we're standing.
Mm-hmm.
cool.
And then yeah.
Yeah. And there's your collection. Yeah, very cool.
For $695 a month, you can't beat that with a stick.
Yeah, but
Yeah.
you have a lot of room in there, don't you?
Oh God, yeah, more than I when I first walked into this building and I saw this, I'm like, because I saw it on Facebook Marketplace. I've been by this building a zillion times because we live in Branson, been by it, but I didn't really know much about it. I mean, I didn't really know much really about the place. I think somebody had mentioned a while ago that people lived here, but I didn't really pick up on it. So I saw it on Branson Marketplace, and I saw $695 a month, and I'm thinking, and I clicked on it and messaged me, and then yeah, so it was beyond what I expected. Never would have expected it.
I'm
Yeah,
really
nice.
happy for you guys. That's really good.
But
Are you in a good
like I said,
neighborhood?
it doesn't come with cable or Wi-Fi, but I don't care about cable because I have my own internet, which is good. It does not have a stove or an oven, which is no big deal because we can still use our crock pots, all the other stuff. So we're good on that. You know what I mean?
Mm-hmm.
No stove, eh? Well, that's a bit of a bummer.
Not really, because we have air fryer. You can do anything in an air fryer.
Yeah.
That's true.
You know how much stuff you can do in air fryers, Mark? You'd be surprised what you can cook in an air fryer.
I
Yeah.
know. I got a friend with one that tells me I have to get one.
Yeah, they're
You
quite
gotta get
amazing.
one, man. You gotta get it.
Yeah,
Oh
so
wow! I even do my hot dogs in it.
steaks are good in it too. So I signed a 1-year lease. So Debbie says you got to be on. You got to. So there's only 2 people, other tenants that live in this building. There's only 2. So it's just down the hall are 2 other units right now. So just the 3 of us.
Mm-hmm. I think Simple Life kind of nailed it. I think if you have a roof over your head these days, you're very lucky. Doesn't matter the location or size.
Debbie says don't be talking to people around here. Just stay out of people's way. If you're walking by and someone says hi, goodbye, that's it. But don't be knocking on people's doors. Don't be bothering people. She said, because you get kicked out of here, you're going to end up paying rent for the rest of the year.
Yeah. Oh, you'll be paying rent on that place the rest of the year and a new place.
Right. That's what she said. Exactly.
Mm-hmm.
So.
Yeah.
She has
You just have to find something to entertain you, you know?
So yeah, God, this is our year, 2025. We finally got a place.
Yeah. I don't know. I've not been tempted to get the air fryer yet.
I didn't get one.
No, my mother-in-law got me an Instapot, and I didn't have a crock pot before, but I still don't use it very often. I made a thing of soup today. I just did it on the stove.
Me, you plan on doing anything for Bimbo?
Yeah,
I'm gonna do something on.
Because the few times you've had shows about Bimbo, I never had a chance to really speak my mind about it.
Oh, you'd like to say something?
Well, yeah, she was pretty good friends with me and Debbie. We never really got a chance to say
true.
Something.
Okay, we'll give you a chance to say something. You really want to, Chris?
Because Debbie misses
No
her
problem,
a lot.
buddy.
We all miss her, believe me. Everybody misses Bimbo. A lot. And
Every
I just
Wednesday,
feel
every
fortunate.
Friday.
Yeah. I mean, I feel fortunate I was able to see her in June.
Absolutely. You're very lucky.
Before she passed. And then like Hot Mess Missy
But that
She
wasn't
was
the first time you
planning
seen
on
her.
going.
Though. Like, didn't you see her prior before June?
I've seen Bimbo several times face to face,
Exactly.
and she'd come up here to my house even.
Absolutely. So
I mean, we're very fortunate. But like Hot Mess Missy, her plan was to go on the road and go meet Bimbo. And I think when Bimbo passed, that kind of changed Missy's plans a bit.
So how's your winter been so far this year, Mark?
Yeah, you know, it's just a drag that Bimbo had to die. 62
It is.
too.
It is. I
But-
know. My 60 seconds right around the corner.
Yeah.
And I
Coming for
think
me
of that
too,
a
eventually.
lot. I think that a lot.
Yeah. You won't go, Jen. We won't let you.
You're
We'll hold on
not
to
going
you
to kick me
somehow.
out the door yet?
Nah. We'll figure
Not going to
something
send
out.
me packing?
We'll figure something out. We'll find a way.
Collectively, we won't be as entertaining as Bimbo was.
Yeah, that's true. She definitely She definitely lived for entertainment.
Oh, yeah, she did.
24/7.
Yeah.
So how's your winter been so far this year?
Yeah, it's been rougher than the last 2 years in a row. We did get a little snow. We got up about an inch.
Oh, okay.
Places not far got 3-4 feet. So we lucked out again. And
okay.
but it was cold we had a polar vortex in Ontario. And it got down to very, very cold, -25 at night.
Oh, okay.
Mm-hmm.
So it was freaking freezing, man. Yeah, I had to wear 2 of everything to go out.
Yeah.
How are you able to perform? How are you able to? How are you able to perform your bands if you're not out? You inside? You do your work inside or what?
Yeah, we play inside right now.
Oh, okay. I would imagine.
It's too. Yeah, nobody's gonna come outside to watch us. Not now. It's too cold.
So
Yeah.
people come inside. Or you play at bars? You local bars around town or what? Where do you play now?
Yeah, bars, legions.
Okay.
All kinds of stuff.
Country clubs, weddings.
Yeah, everything.
Oh, okay.
Festivals. Yeah, parties. Like last year we did Canada Day, which is June 1st. Or was it July 1st? I forget now. July, one of them. And
You're such a patriot.
yeah. I used to know it, never mind. But we did a big, they had a big carnival, circus, not a circus, carnival sort of thing. And lots of people came, and it was a good show.
July 1st, Mark.
Oh, is it okay? Thank you.
Yeah,
I stand
Tuesday
corrected.
this year.
Is it?
July 1st.
Ah,
Yes.
Say hi to
so-
Mark. Mark's on here.
Hi, Mark.
Hey, Dan.
Hmm.
Long time no see. How's it going? How's the band?
Oh, hi, Debbie. Good. It's okay. How are you doing?
Pretty good.
I like your new apartment. You guys did well this time.
Thanks. Waiting for you to come out with a CD.
Yeah. Eventually, I'm working with a band, and a single player, and we're talking about doing some recording.
Oh, cool.
That'll
That's
work.
awesome.
That's awesome.
He's got a project that he's been writing over the last few years. This one fella with a beautiful voice, and he's got great range. I mean, he sounds like a cross between. I've spoken of him before, between Neil Young and the guy from Supertramp. He can really sing his ass off, and we hooked up, and we're going to be playing a few venues together as a duet. Me on piano, him on guitar, and singing, and yeah.
You have a fun life, Mark.
Mm-hmm.
That's what I strive for. I like to have fun.
How's Tom doing?
I haven't spoken with him like been on this panel or anything for a long time.
Oh,
He
okay.
called me last week and we chatted a little bit. He seems to be fine, but he's working on his house a lot.
Yeah, yeah.
Mhm.
Yeah. Good to see you, Ray. All right. I have a question for everybody in the chat and the panel. Which team are you rooting for the Super Bowl?
Kansas Chiefs. That's obvious.
We have to.
I'm not. I'm
No,
Phillies.
I like to see them too. I think
I'm an
Kansas has won
underdog.
enough.
We do too, but since we're in Missouri, if we say anything else, we might get killed. So you gotta kind of watch out.
That's true. That's true.
That's true.
That's true.
A lot of
Oh, yeah.
guns out there.
All right. How about the chat?
All the way. We're Green Bay Packers because we came from Wisconsin, but we gotta kind of keep that to ourselves too.
Well, yeah, yeah.
I put
Right,
something to
so-
my chat on pirate radio the other day. I had just had a colonoscopy done, and I told the chat that when I woke up, there was a note tucked in between my butt cheek with a mint. So I took the mint out and the note, ate
You
the
know,
mint,
that
and I read the note. And I asked everybody what they thought the note said. And I had some pretty interesting answers. One
You know what that
person
is,
said it was my bill.
you know what that is, Jen?
I have no idea, Chris.
It's a Nintendo Switch.
I haven't played Nintendo since Top Gun came out.
Oh wow, that's funny.
I never.
What was
did.
that, 1993? 92?
So Debbie, do you miss Bimbo?
Yes.
There you go.
She had a great personality, and that's somebody we're gonna always miss. The way
Great.
She dealt with things differently.
Yeah, she used to pick on me a lot. Remember?
Yeah, made her feel better.
She loved
Holy
picking.
cow.
That was good for her mental health.
She loved picking on me, Mark.
Oh, yeah.
Yep.
She enjoyed that.
They
She
sure
liked
did.
picking on everybody in a way.
Yeah.
She
I know.
liked to sometimes needle.
Oh yeah.
So what happened to what
Because it
happened to
makes
what?
you like she
So
likes
what
to
happened?
see people get uncomfortable and get out of their comfort zone.
Yeah. So
Oh,
who's
yeah.
taking care of what's his name now?
Al,
Who's what?
his nephew, Brian,
Do you have any? Do
and
you have any?
Johnny.
Do you have any contact with them now, Jen, at all?
Oh, yeah. Yeah, Johnny and I talk, text,
Oh,
all
okay.
the things.
Okay,
He wanted me to come back down. He wanted me to come down in February and go to a concert.
How
with
how
us
did
at the,
how did Al take it? Or he didn't really know what was. I mean.
Al, he comes and goes on that, you know.
Oh, okay.
So
Were they actually a couple?
He doesn't fully realize Bimbo's completely gone, or
oh yeah, he does. He does.
Were they actually a couple, or were they just living together?
Oh no, they were a couple.
Oh, they were.
yeah,
Okay.
they were a
I
couple.
didn't.
Oh,
I
yeah.
had no idea. I thought they were just
Absolutely.
living together. I didn't know.
Mm-mm.
No, they were in love.
Oh, okay then.
No. I mean, heck, she had control over all of his finances and everything.
Oh, okay.
Yeah,
But
she
but
took
that
care of him 100% of the time.
but that tornado blew through there. I mean, what was it? Not a tornado. It was a
Hurricane. Mm-hmm.
Did it go through their place?
They were fine. Johnny's place, Al's son, got totally demolished. Not
Oh,
totally
God.
demolished. Well, he's out of
Yeah.
there.
Oh, okay.
They're still trying to remodel, get it fixed. But the problem is that there was so much damage that getting a permit to do
Yeah.
anything is very difficult. So
Right.
everybody's on the permit wait list and it's not just you. So they pulled the drywall off, but you go in, you do, you got to get the permit to start, right, Mark? And then you got to get a permit for electrical. And then you have to wait for them to come out and inspect before you can do the next thing. Then they got to do the plumbing. You got to
there's
apply
a
for
lot
the
of
plumbing
stages.
and you got to wait for them. So there are a lot of steps everybody has to go through to even be able to put the drywall back on.
That's right.
So
That's
it's
right.
a huge, long process, and you're talking
Yeah.
a lot of people went through this, a lot of businesses, and of course they're going to probably try and focus on businesses first, right? Because that affects both commercial stuff, businesses, and employees. So they want to try and keep people employed.
Yeah.
It's a mess. It's a mess. And I think he said when I talked to him last, it may be another year before he gets back in there.
What do you think of that crazy nut that plowed through those people in New Orleans?
They're a crazy nut.
Can you believe that?
Excuse me for a sec.
That was like 3
Yeah.
weeks ago. It's hard to believe that was 3 weeks ago or what had happened.
I don't watch any of that stuff. I don't have news. I don't get into that. When I see stuff like that, I block it out. I don't want to see it.
That's
I
probably a
don't
good
want to
thing.
see it.
Probably a good
I
thing.
basically know something terrible happened, but I don't want to know details. That's how I live my life because, life can be difficult enough. So I try and keep everything positive and upbeat.
Life's too short. You could be here and gone tomorrow.
Yeah. Why do I want to worry about things I can't control?
Yep.
I don't like to hear about trauma, people's bad experiences, homicides, shit like that. I don't need to know all that.
No, you can't control it. You can't do anything. All it does is make you anxious and nervous.
Right. But I like to know, but me personally, I like to know what's going on in the world.
I want to invest my emotions.
Events. Definitely the world events.
Yeah. I do keep kind of in touch with that, but I'm backing off on some of that again. But, I just.
Hold a copy. You hear hold a copy from the Today Show retired, right?
No,
oh yeah,
because I don't watch any of that.
Yeah.
On the Today Show.
Remember her?
Yeah,
I don't watch any of that, but I know who she is.
Yeah, she retired. So.
Yeah, and I guess she did pop up on what was it, Instagram, or maybe it was YouTube today. She popped up on there.
Actually, I played at home today, Dan. I'm with the band on Saturday, next session, and then Monday, Wednesday, next Friday, and next Saturday.
Mm-hmm.
So I'm live on my channel now too.
Yep. I don't know if Mark is live on his channel.
How do I know if I
am I live?
You might be live on your channel.
Yeah, it didn't ask me.
I don't know. Everybody's over here. Yeah, I think when I go live, it doesn't give you that option. But ask Debbie to check your channel, Chris. Tell Debbie to check your channel behind you.
Yeah, I can go on my TV and pull up YouTube and it's live.
Okay.
It's live
your
right
channel
now.
Live?
Yeah, it is. When I looked on my TV, it is.
All right, cool.
It is.
Yeah, I'm not live.
Yeah, he's just Memorex.
I'm a copy.
But you're a good copy, Mark.
Yeah, first book printing.
That's right.
So we should start doing shows like we did when.
Hey, Chris Bliss is back at it. He had some technical difficulties last week, but like a pro,
saw that.
He came out and pulled off an acoustic. But I loved the acoustic set because I told Chris.
Yeah, I watched it.
No pun intended in saying that it really amplified his talent, in my opinion, because he didn't have all the sound effects and the speakers and the pedals and everything. So I loved it. I love the acoustic.
We should start doing the Friday show that Bimbo used to do. Again,
you can't replace Bimbo ever.
Well, no, but we can still do it.
I do a trivia at 8:00 every Friday night.
Oh, okay.
And
I do pirate radio.
And he does pirate radio after that. And I know I stayed on way too long, Mark. So, but dang, they had me chatting. I think Leah and Hunter stayed with me. Everybody left and went over to you. So
I'm looking forward to getting Chris back on and talking music with him because he's got a great musical knowledge. Your husband and I'm looking forward to talking to him. We're working on that. Chris and I and Addie also. She's helping out. We're all working on the a Bimbo show. We're going to air on February 14th.
Okay. Let me put that in because I asked Chris when that was going to happen. He said he didn't know.
Mark, is that
Yeah.
is that your desktop in the background?
Yeah. Oh, you can see
Oh,
it?
that's a trivia night. That's okay. I'll do trivia on Saturday night.
What kind of speakers do you have on there? Yeah, right there. What kind of speakers? What kind of speakers are those? I like them.
It's a
I like
good make.
Yeah, I like.
I think Sony's.
Yeah, I like the wooden part of it. I like those. Those are cool.
Yeah, they're really cool. And they're loud, man.
Oh, I bet they're loud. I can imagine. Do you use that computer a lot?
It's on pretty much 24/7.
But
It
when,
would
when
be
you're
on now, but Kathy let it go to sleep when she went to bed.
do you use that when you do your live stream, or do you use a tablet, or what?
No, when I do pirate radio, usually I use that
Oh, okay. Okay.
because I can control the music there too.
Oh, okay.
When on my laptop, I can't do pirate radio. I need a music source,
Oh, okay.
stereo or something.
Oh, okay.
Something hooked up to YouTube so I can steal music from YouTube.
Ah, okay.
That's why I'm a pirate.
I see.
RDR.
All right, so I've changed that. Chris says, thank you for promoting his channel. It really gave me a boost. And Chris, I'm sorry, I totally forgot. I need to put it in my calendar. I need to write, have a post-it.
Hey, no problem, Chris. You know what? I'm a
Of
fan
stuff.
of your show. I'm a fan of your show, so I wanted to make sure I spread the good word of what you do around. I think what you do is terrific.
He's
and
awesome.
yeah, and I want to see more. I can't get enough. So touche.
And I told Chris about GMA's doing the Kirk Fest and all the other festivals and open mic. I don't know if he's had a chance to reach out to GMA, but that would be awesome to get Chris over there to promote his channel more too.
He would do good on there.
He would do very well, especially with his originals. They would eat his originals up.
Yeah, they would.
I love his originals. So, yeah, I would love to see Chris over there with a group.
Thank you for having me on here tonight. That was fun.
Oh, so you're done? An
Yeah,
hour in and he's done.
I'm going to finish up and help Debbie finish dinner. So.
All right. Well, you can escape and log off and we can hang out if you want, Mark, a little bit longer.
Yeah, I'll hang out for a little longer.
All right.
See you, Chris. Take it easy, man.
Yeah, you
Bye,
too.
Debbie.
Yeah, thanks, Chris, for coming on. I'm so happy for you both. It's great seeing you again. And let
It's
me
great
know.
to see you there. Good for
when you
you,
want to
man.
go, when you want to go live again, Chris.
I don't miss the crazy hotel living. Trust me, I love it here.
Oh yeah, I bet you sleep well at night.
Debbie said, just keep your mouth shut and don't talk to people. You won't have any problems there.
That's true.
That's pretty good advice, bud.
And don't be asking people questions either.
You know, the old saying is, "Don't crap where you eat."
She says, just think about $700 a month. She said, you get kicked out of here, you're gonna be stuck paying $700 a month here.
Yeah.
Plus whatever you got to pay somewhere else.
So plus wherever you got to pay somewhere else too. So got to keep that in mind too.
Yeah. 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 All right, Chris. Well, you know kind of how my setup works now.
Yep.
So anytime you want to go talk about something,
I have her email address now. We can keep in touch.
That's right. We can
all
keep
right,
in
you guys
touch.
have a great night. We love you all. We missed you.
All right. You too. Love you all too. You take care. All right. Bye.
Yeah.
All right, Mark. It's just you and I now.
You and I, me and you.
That's right. And a dog named Boo.
Let's commence the start.
Yeah. So, it's crazy. So I'm trying to keep up with, I'm going to switch. I need to remind my audience that the days are going to switch that weekend.
What are you talking about?
Because you're doing Friday night for Bimbo, and that's my trivia night. So I'll switch and do my trivia on Saturday night.
You don't mind?
No, but that means I don't get to celebrate my birthday,
When's your birthday?
the 18th.
Of February?
Yes.
You're February too. Wow.
Yeah, me and Bimbo. That's right.
And me, I'm in February too.
Yeah, you're February too. Yeah. Yeah, Chris said he's been pretty busy, but he'll do his open mic sometime in the future. Yeah, just get with him and find out what he needs. Because he's kind of like picky on his feed since it is a live broadcast. So, yeah. But he
Yeah,
knows what you need. I've been pushing him to put that on his page. So we'll see. He may have updated his about page. I don't know. You can check there first.
yeah,
So I'm
good
sorry,
idea.
Mark. Yeah.
No, I understand that because I had a one-on-one with him, and
Happy birthday, Chris. His birthday is Thursday. That's
happy
awesome.
birthday.
Wow. All these cluster. Camilla Stewart's is coming up on the 3rd as well. All right.
I don't get one this year. Mine's on the 29th, and there isn't a 29th.
Yeah. Last year you had a year though, right?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a pain being a leap year baby.
Yeah, well, one of my best friends, get this, his Archie was born on the same day as me, a couple hours later. I'm a couple hours older than him.
That's wild.
Yeah, and I've been his friend since we were 14. And friends.
Wow.
We were born on the same day, both
That's
leap years.
wild. Well,
Yeah, it is
that'll
wild.
bond you, right?
Yeah, we work together all the time. Not
That's
together. You know what I mean.
Together.
So happy together.
Yeah, in fact, that Vinny, one of our top players. Hey, Sharon, good to see you.
Hi, Sharon.
Vinny's one of our top players in trivia. He just kind of ran across my trivia game, and he's won 2 out of the 4 this season.
Wow.
Yeah, and then some other guy, Hike with Mike, came in last night and beat everyone too. So we have a couple of good new players playing trivia this year.
Oh,
But,
wow, ringers.
Hopefully Mike will come back. I hope so. But yeah, the Vinny had chosen the subject 70s. We've done what? 90s? No. 70s, 80s, and we did 70s and 80s so far. And then but Vinny picked that he wanted to do easy listening 70s trivia.
Oh, wow. What the hell is that? Is that like the Bee Gees?
No, Captain and Tennille.
Yeah.
Barry Manilow.
Carly Simon.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. Yeah, the real low-key players.
John Denver. Logan's and Messina.
Yes.
Oh, that
I can't say too much because I've been working on the trivia questions, so I don't want to give anything away here.
Get the answers out. You want me to stop then? I'll say one more.
No, I mean I wanted to start to talk about too many artists because then people will be like, oh, maybe that's who she does. See, because I can't even look ahead at my trivia questions because I'll give the answer to the next trivia question just talking about the previous question. I don't know.
Yeah. I think I know what you mean.
Yeah.
My head.
So I'll get ahead of myself,
Yeah.
So Infolove wants to know if his friend has questions similar does your friend have a similar personality to yours?
Yeah, he's the lead guitarist in one of my bands, old bands. It's a little far for us to get together. He's moving in March, and he's only going to be an hour away, as opposed to 2.5 hours. So we're going to be seeing a lot more of each other and doing music again, because we've been playing music together since we were 14.
Wow.
That's how we bonded.
Wow.
And a third guy was our friend back then, Mike Tarasco. Mike Tarasco
Mhm.
died of a cocaine overdose in 2011 at the age of 49. 49 was it? Yeah, 49. And
Wow.
his heart exploded. And
Ugh.
doing,
Ugh.
we told him what was going to happen to him. He didn't listen to us because he was an idiot. But
Wow.
we loved him. This one's for you, Mike.
Wow. So I want to. You watched Chris Bliss's playback, right?
Yes.
Or did you watch it live?
No, no, I was there during the live event when the
Oh.
audio went all haywire.
Oh, okay. Well, so he played a song I had never heard, and when he said it, I thought he said "When" was the band, but it was Ween, and I'd never heard this song called "Piss Up a Rope."
Oh, cool.
It
That's up
was
the
the
rope. That's a shit.
funniest. Chris and I loved it. We listened to it for breakfast on replay after. So I was watching Chris Bliss cook breakfast, and then I was like, I want what he's having, except I don't have the Portuguese chorizo or the bread, but I made some O'Brien potatoes with an egg on top. And then we sat down and had breakfast and watched the repeat so Chris could watch it. I had already watched it later, early that night after he went live. But that song is fabulous. I love that song.
Oh, yeah. Why?
Uh,
What's so great about it?
the lyrics are amazing.
Yeah.
Yes, yes. Let me see. The one in particular that I loved, and you can go back and watch Chris's cover of it, but where was it? Now you're up Schitt's Creek with a turd for a paddle.
Oh, yeah.
That's a great line.
Yeah, yeah.
But yeah, it was actually the band Ween. I didn't know they did country music as well. So that's interesting. Oh, did I just kill us? No, I did not.
No, we're on still.
Okay, good.
Oh,
So
you're getting awfully close to that X.
I shut the window and it popped back up, thank goodness. But yeah, that's an awesome song. If y'all like a little bit of humor in your lyrics, that's definitely a great song.
I did. Oh, sorry.
No, but I
did
was gonna
that
say
by
that's why I like. I was gonna say that's why I like Chris Bliss's music anyway. His
Yeah.
lyrics are interesting. His subject is interesting, and I really love the song "Sheila" of his.
Of Chris's? I haven't heard
Yes,
it.
yeah, he played it the other night. He plays it most sets. I
Oh,
think every
maybe I
set.
have heard it then. I've seen
You've
quite a
heard
few
it.
of his shows.
It's kind of starts off with what? What would you call that, Chris? Like a kind of like a Russian kind of dun dun Sheila, Sheila. Yeah. Now you've heard it before. I love it, but it's a real fast beat. It's one of his faster beat songs. So
Cool.
yeah. So,
Cool.
but I think that's one of my favorite. Even though he does that song Jennifer that he wrote too. So you would think that would be my favorite. But that was very cleverly written, though. I like them all. Chris is just a great songwriter, I think.
Yeah. He's interesting.
Mm-hmm. His Chicken Pot Pie. Love that song. All right, Dan. Dan's going to go wash dishes. He cooked hamburgers. His hamburgers always look so good. I just want a bite of them. I can have dinner and then I see one of Spartan Dan's hamburgers and I want one.
Yeah, I know. That's always like that. That's why they show you the hamburger, those puffed up hamburgers on commercials.
Always looks good. You have a good night, Dan. Thanks for stopping in.
Bye, Dan.
AKA Ray wants to know if you had ever heard of Wheeler Walker Jr.
Yes, I heard that name just recently. I haven't looked it up yet, though. I'm not sure. What was it
So
again, Ray?
looks like country. Oh yeah, so he did a lot of kind of risque titled songs.
Ah, okay.
Mm-hmm. Very risque. A little
Hmm.
bit, but like
Frank Zappa?
no, Leah knows who I'm talking about because she remembers his name all the time. I always forget. Chris Bliss says I
I,
was really channeling my inner pirate when
Hardly Our
I
Chris.
wrote Sheila. Yeah, it's kind of like gypsy pirate Russian mix, kind of in my head. It's like a mix of stuff there. Uh,
Um, James, I didn't quite understand your question that was just up. The
James, that was a info love. He left, I think. Good night, James. I always forget that he's James.
yeah, that's Simple Love.
Where is it? Oh, he asked if your friend had a similar personality, and you had answered that one.
Oh, right, the Archie. Yeah.
Mm-hmm. Yeah. 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 It's a little bit twisted country, aka Ray. Now I turned Mark onto a band, and this came from trivia last week. It was the guy who wrote uh, Maggie May and who else did I say, Mark? He wrote Maggie
So
May and some of
you have to tell me when you're going to examine me.
yeah,
That's the study.
some other songs that were made famous by Rod Stewart when he was in the Faces. So he co-wrote, or wrote music for the Faces songs.
Oh,
But then
okay.
he was in the band I told you about, Steamhammer,
Right.
that I sent you that link to. And they were pretty dang good. Another band I think you should check
Yeah, I
out, Mark,
enjoyed them.
that you might like. And I thought, now Chris didn't say agree with me so much, but I
Yeah.
kind of thought that they did have kind of like that Southern Allman Brothers kind of sound going on a little bit.
Who?
Steamhammer.
Oh, yeah, I don't know about that. That's the
A
stuff
little bit, a little bit
it
in
was
that
more
song.
like
Like,
blues, acid, blues gone acid with progression.
yeah, they're a
Progression.
progressive blues kind of band.
Yeah, that's how I would view it.
Yeah. So, but I haven't listened to more of their things, but I'd love to because that song was pretty good. And well, I think I did listen to another song. Uh,
I listened to a couple albums last night.
now another,
Mountain, I
mhm,
forget yet. Mountain wasn't bad, their album, and then I forgot what the name of the other one was.
yeah,
They have a few good songs. They had a
yeah,
couple of sneakeroonies.
yeah, but
Good.
they were a British band too, so they didn't
Were
jump the
they?
pond so well. Yeah.
You know, it's not bad. Another bad band. Stone Stone the Crow, Stone the Pigeon.
You're kind of fading out there, Mark.
I'm trying to remember the name of it. Can you hear me now?
Yeah, I can. I think you should check out too.
Stone the Crow. That's it. Stone the Crow.
Stone the
Check them
Crow.
out. Yeah, the lead guitarist is a fella named Jimmy McCullough. And it was Jimmy McCullough turned into Paul McCartney in the Wings lead guitarist, a kid.
Oh,
And
okay.
that was the band he was in right before he joined up with Paul McCartney. And he did songs. Stone the Crow, it's called. Maggie Bell is the lead singer, a woman. And she's man, she does songs like Janis Joplin would have done. She has a way of singing. She's really talented.
Interesting.
Yeah, Stone the Crow, folks.
Stone the Cray. That's also the name of an album and a
Yeah.
song by a band named The Down or
Oh, yeah.
Down. Yeah.
I don't know about that one. I haven't heard of that one, but I found this one, and they're pretty good.
Interesting. I think you would like. Let me see if this is correct because Dwayne Allman played with them before. Yes, the Allman Brothers,
Yeah.
like in that area, or even when he was with the Allman Brothers, he played with a band called Eric Quincy Tate.
Now, who are you talking about? Dickie Betts?
No, Dwayne Allman.
Oh, okay. Yeah. Dwayne played with a few bands. He played with um, Eric and the Dominoes. I mean, he was all over that Layla and Assorted Love Songs album that they put out. He played the guitar right through that album, and he did a lot of he didn't just do stuff with the Allman Brothers. He did session work. He was in that song Wilson Pickett's saying "Hey Jude," the Beatles song in Wilson Pickett's way, and the end of it is a lead solo by Dwayne Allman, and it's just a great song. It's a great freaking song. You got to listen to it. Wilson Pickett, "Hey Jude."
Now, I don't know if Chris Bliss may have. Hey, Leah. Bliss may have heard of Eric Quincy Tate because apparently, and I didn't know this, they were a quartet of, this is an overview from AllMusic. It says they were a quartet of down and dirty swamp rockers, naval reservists stationed in Quincy, Mass, but based down south, playing regularly in Texas, where they were discovered by Tony Joe White. So they do like blues, R&B type stuff. Now I know them because one of my coworkers played drums for their lead guitarist, Wayne Sauls, who was amazing. Unfortunately, he was a heavy drinker when I saw him. He was an amazing guitarist, so talented. You know how you see those drummers that drum on everything they can. He was a guitarist that used anything he can to use as a slide on his guitar. He was using beer bottles. He was using pens. He was using bottle caps. He was crazy, but very drunk the night I saw him. His name is Wayne Sauls, but he went by Bear Sauls. And he played a lot of the local clubs. And Donnie McCormick, who also plays, I've seen him play before, but not the two of them together. And he was a drummer, but he also plays keyboard. I saw him at a place called Northside Tavern here. It was a juke joint. I think it closed down and now it's reopened. I haven't gone back to visit it again, but I saw a lot of blues performers there. Larry Garner, what's her name? Beverly Guitar Watkins. She was like 80 years old. She'd be there. Some young guy would go pick her up because she lived, I think, east of Atlanta. And then he'd pick her up, bring her to the club. She'd play all night. And she would outlast me. But there's some videos of Beverly Guitar Watson out there. She can rock, man. She is an awesome guitarist. Even at, God, I don't know what age she was. I think she was in her 80s by the time she died. But we were in there one night and it rained so much in Atlanta that the sewage started coming up in the bathrooms at the club. Nobody left.
Bummer.
Everybody stayed and played music and danced and listened to music. It was crazy. Beverly Watkins, she was born in 1939. She died at the age of 80 in 2019. But she was a trip. She
When we were
was
younger,
certainly a trip.
we used to go watch bands play at this pavilion right on the shores of Lake Ontario. This place was old. It was circular shaped, and it was always a concert pavilion or dance hall pavilion. And when we were in there, the floorboards, what you so many people would pack that place that the floorboards would sag, ready to let go. And
Wow.
we noticed that, and we found out after with that last show that we went to, they ended up condemning the place and tearing it down. It was a nice venue, but it was falling. It was losing its structure, so its support. So they opted just to wreck it. They bulldozed it.
Mm-hmm. Yeah, I had to type a comment into my chat just so I could remember it. I was thinking of Joe Tex. So the artist that Ray asked about, who I already forget his name, Wheeler Walker Jr. is a lot like Joe Tex, who did the songs "Ain't Gonna Bump No More with No Big Fat Woman," among other songs. I think that was one of his big ones. Yeah, it's amazing how some of these venues hold up. But Beverly Watkins, she played with the Ink Spot. She played with James Brown, B.B. King, Ray Charles. She was Coco Taylor, Rory Block. She played with a lot of greats. She also did the main stage at Ottawa Blues Fest 2004. 2004, so she was already in her 70s when she played that festival. Yeah. She played the 2008 Cognac Blues Fest.
Oh yeah, sounds nice.
She was amazing. Yeah.
Oh,
No, I've not listened to Skinny Legs by Joe Tex at all, Leah. That would be me. Fat body, skinny legs.
good look.
It's all the fashion these days.
Yeah, everybody's going for it.
Yes. Oh, gosh. Anyway.
Yeah.
Now I'm getting tired. I know you're tired. You've been a hard-working man there, Mark.
It's just been crazy juggling all this stuff. It's mostly retaining the music. Like I have to review the day before rehearsal everything and retain it, which I'm good at, but it's a lot with four bands.
Oh, yeah.
Like one
Absolutely.
band alone has 48 songs that I know. The
Wow.
Trainwreck band, 3 sets
Mm-hmm.
and a couple extras. And
Wow.
then so.
That's crazy. That's a
But I
lot.
love it, so that keeps me going.
Oh, yeah. Yeah.
I'm gonna be next Wednesday. I'm gonna be interviewing Mama Mary.
Oh,
She's
okay.
gonna
Cool.
come in, and we're gonna talk to her a little bit. She's done some exciting stuff. Do you know she was in? She was a participant of roller derby.
No, I did not. Very cool.
Yeah, she did that for a while, and she does ice climbing, rock climbing, and such stuff like that.
Mm-hmm.
Seems
Yeah, I
to
know.
be
I talked to her
interesting.
once. She had been out harvesting wild rice. I love wild rice.
Yeah, oh yeah.
Mm-hmm.
A lot of the indigenous people do that. Grow
Oh,
the
yeah.
rice in the lake.
Mm-hmm. See, I only I mean, I loved watching roller derby and I fantasized about being in roller derby, but I'm not violent. So
You got to be a little
I
bit
love the
crazy.
roller skating, but I was like, oh man, to be able to make money roller skating,
Yeah,
that would be awesome because I loved it so much. But it's the other stuff, the getting hurt and getting pushed around. I wouldn't like.
slapped out.
Well, my dad's coworker's daughter, she was Atlanta has a female roller derby team.
Oh yeah.
I think they're still going too. I don't think she's still in it, but yeah, it's still a thing.
Oh wow. I wonder if the
Mhm.
rules have changed because they were a lot of it was scripted. You could tell what
Oh
they
yeah,
did.
yeah. It's kind of a lot like wrestling.
Yeah.
Hmm.
So I don't know what to say about it. I used to watch it. I was an idiot. I soaked up stuff like that, even though I knew it was fake. I never watched wrestling. Get into that.
Oh yeah, I never did either. We
You would,
lived with a guy at one point in my childhood. He wasn't this is just somebody we lived with. He wasn't like a boyfriend of my mother's or anything, but he was really into wrestling and stuff. And I
oh
just
yeah,
I found it hard to believe because guy was retired military, worth some money, drove a Cadillac, but he loved those fights. And we were in Central Florida, so that was kind of like headquarters for wrestling.
right. And I thought it
Um,
was in Texas was headquartered for
yeah.
wrestling.
Actually, Ray, you are correct. Uh, Joe Tex did do Hold On to What You Got, and I had no idea that he did that. Yeah, I could see Bimbo doing roller derby too.
Yeah,
Absolutely. She would be the queen of the team, right?
yeah,
Hmm.
yeah. She would be.
Oh, yeah. And she wouldn't have had to worry about her teeth.
That's right.
She could tell people, and she would. She would tell people that she lost them as a roller derby girl.
Yeah, that would what where the blame would go.
Hmm. Yeah. I'm surprised she didn't say that anyway.
Yeah, really.
Yeah.
She liked to embellish. She
Oh,
liked to
yeah.
take the liberty to bullshit.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. I think I took a picture of her room when I went in there, uh, of it saying, what was her saying? The truth
About
is just, uh,
I was something about
ah, I have it in my photos.
yeah, I've forgotten now.
I have it in my photos. Where is it? Fourth quarter. Yeah, I didn't publish like any of those pictures or anything. um,
Sorry,
excuse
pictures.
me, y'all. I was just gonna pull that up because I know I have it right here. I know I do. Where are we?
We're in
Here
Kansas
we
again.
are. Hmm.
There's no place like home.
Where is it? Here's our
One guy,
pictures. So, oh, go ahead.
no, I was just gonna say about that note up my bum that after
Mm-hmm.
my colonoscopy. One
Mm-hmm.
guy said on it it said Diddy was here.
Mark, you ain't right. You ain't right. All right, where am
Eh,
I? Here we are.
not anymore.
Hold on. Here we are. Let's see. Window. There we go.
Here it is. Oh yeah, but yeah, the
The
truth
truth.
is just an excuse for the lack of imagination.
Yeah. I had to take a photo of that. I couldn't resist. I mean,
Yeah, we're gonna need that one. Chris and I and Addie.
are you?
Yeah, because we're gonna be
It's terrible.
talking about one of the things we're gonna talk about is some of the stuff she used to say regularly, like that.
Oh, yeah. Yeah. Can you see that one?
Oh,
I need to go back into Restream and share screen. Oh, I need to read
ba-ba.
this. All right, here we go. This was cute. That was
Oh yeah.
after we took Al out for his birthday. And Johnny came with us. This was after his nap.
Oh
And he
yeah.
told a bunch of stories. And his memory was remarkable after dinner and a good nap.
Oh
Uh,
yeah. It would
so
be.
I was,
Yeah.
yeah, so I was able to record a bunch of stories that Al told.
Oh
So
really?
yeah, so Johnny will have those for life.
Nice.
Yeah, yeah.
I'd like to hear those recordings. You should play them.
Well, I'm hoping if I get with Johnny, he's always so busy. My goal is to get with Johnny, and Johnny can put them on her channel. So
Yeah. Yeah.
that's the goal. That
Yeah.
is
That would
the
be
goal.
good.
So see, replace screen sharing. Ah, I thought I had. I don't know why it did that, but I had another. No, no. Here we go. Let's see if we can get this one up. That was in the entrance to her house, like in the little walkway
Oh
up
yeah.
in
Yeah.
Mo
Cool.
Beach. Yeah. And then let's see. Yeah, I took a movie of her room actually. That was really weird. It's kind of haunting, you know?
Yeah. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah. Be very surreal.
Yeah, and for it to be so
Uh,
dang quiet, you know?
what are they gonna do with that place?
Well, Johnny's going to start selling a bunch of stuff and cleaning it out, which is stuff. I mean, they have, you know,
A
they
lot of
had
stuff.
rats at one time, pet rats. And
Oh
so, but they
man.
still have like cages for that and stuff. And there's all kinds of tools and just stuff that needs to be gone. So, Johnny's going to try and clean out all of that, all the extra furniture, all the, yeah. So he's
A
got
lot of
a,
work. And then
it's a
what?
ton of
Probably
work.
sell the place.
No,
Is it
I mean,
sellable?
he's talked in the past about moving in there, you know, when his dad
Oh.
dies. So I don't know. We'll
Oh
see.
yeah. Quite a compound.
We shall see what happens in the long run. But no, he's got a lot to do.
Yeah.
And, you know, it's
Yeah.
kind of hard since he's displaced right now and living with his landlord until his place gets, you know, until his rental's available. Yeah,
Right?
they only had one child. So
Who?
Al
Johnny?
and Al and his wife.
Oh, okay, Johnny. Yeah.
Yeah, just Johnny.
What happened to his Al's wife?
She died of an infection. She had MRSA,
Oh,
actually.
oh. What's
Yeah,
MRSA?
it's a terrible, terrible infection. It's a penicillin resistant infection. That's why I was afraid Al might have. Because
In the
normally,
lungs?
if somebody has MRSA in a household, you're supposed to like go in and do a really huge cleaning, um,
Oh,
disinfecting thing.
oh,
So I was kind of
oh.
worried if maybe that was part of Al's problem. But now that Johnny's like, I just put him in I was like, how did you get him to go to the doctor? Because he told Bimbo he wasn't going to go to any dang doctors anymore. He's like, I just come and I tell him to get in the car.
That's
He
right.
said, I
There's
don't tell
always
him where
someone.
he's going. I just take him to the new doctor. And so they did confirm, though, he doesn't have MRSA because that was my biggest fear.
Yeah.
Bimbo and Al were together several years. I
10 or
mean, more than
15,
a
10 to 15.
decade.
Yeah.
I think more
Bimbo
than a
told me it
decade
was
because Johnny was in college when his mom died. His mom died and he moved Bimbo in like almost immediately.
really.
Yes. I mean, this is how soon it happened. His mom passed. He was taking leave from college or it was summer break. Bimbo moved in. Johnny had to like deal with that emotionally. And I was like,
Yeah.
how did you deal with that? Like,
Yeah. It's different. Alternate. They have
you
an
know,
alternate lifestyle living.
yeah, and he said he was pretty well, and he had just lost his mom, right? And
Yeah.
then dad just moves his person in. Are you
Yeah.
kidding? So I was like, how did you deal with it? And he said, well, I, went back to school and um he was like, I just recognized that I had to accept it, you know? And as long as it made him happy, I was happy for him. I was like, Johnny, you're like one in a million,
Yeah.
you
That's the way
know?
it's supposed to be.
Yeah, but he is. Johnny is a really, really, really good guy. A really good guy. Super special. And I'm surprised he has never been married. So if anyone's looking,
Yeah.
you know, steady income, school teacher, pension maybe one day, if he stays with it. So yeah, it's easy to get MRSA. It's so easy to get a lot of things in the hospital. My sister-in-law got C. diff in the hospital
I got
after a
pneumonia.
surgery. You got
I was
pneumonia?
in. Yeah, I took my doctor made a mistake once and I had high blood pressure at that time and he gave me the wrong prescription for my blood pressure. I took a couple of the pills and next thing I knew I was bouncing off the walls. So uh Kathy called an ambulance. They took me away and they had me in the hospital for a few days and there was pneumonia going around. So
Wow.
they sent me home after 3 days, and a week later, I felt like someone had kicked me in the back. So we went back, called, and we went back. I forget how we got there, but we got there, and they checked me out, and both my lungs were filled, and within half an hour, they had me under.
Wow.
Yeah,
That's scary.
yeah. When I woke up 11 days later. Um, I was on a ventilator. You ever been on a ventilator?
Oh, heck no. That's
They're not
terrifying.
they're not comfortable. It
I'm
rests on
sure.
your gag reflex all the time. You just want to pull it out.
Oh my
And
gosh.
I wanted to adjust it, but I don't know, they thought maybe I was gonna pull. I don't know, I was stoned. And
So they knock you
Uh,
out pretty much when you're on a ventilator because of that, right?
yeah. They bring you to two every day for a little bit, but most of the time you're knocked out
Wow.
and you're dreaming, and you're, you know, taken care of. When I was under in a chemical coma for 11 days, 14 days, 11 days. When I woke up, they had every day put a nicotine patch on my neck while I was under. They had given me all my daily prescriptions through IV, and I was comfortable when I woke up, but I couldn't walk, and I had tubes in me. They had put tubes in, operated on me, put tubes in me to try and drain my lungs. So I had to lay there, and these tubes went into these bags at the side of the bed. I got up one day because I wanted to use the washroom, and I stepped on one of my tubes and I pulled it right out of myself. Anyways, long story. I'll make it really quick. The tubes were making all the fluid come out because it was so thick and gunky. So they ended up cutting me open and going in physically with a vacuum and vacuuming my lungs out. And then I recovered after that. I spent 2 months in the hospital.
Holy cow. When was this?
2014.
Whoa. That's
Yeah,
scary.
it was a drag, but they took a great. Most of the time, I was flying on something, and I enjoyed that. It was a good holiday.
Oh my gosh.
But when I got home,
I
everybody told me you look great because I was well rested for a change. Uh, you know, they were shaving me and they styled me really nicely. And
Oh my gosh.
yeah, it was,
You must have been their favorite patient.
I don't know. I don't know what it was, but they took great care of me. I mean, they gave me everything I needed, everything.
Wow.
Yeah. If I
Wow.
told them I was in a little bit of pain, because I have polyarthritis, right?
Mm-hmm.
Severe polyarthritis.
Mm-hmm.
So they wanted to keep me comfortable. If I mentioned when I was awake, within a few minutes, a nurse would come and put 10 milligrams of morphine into my system and at a time with a plunger. And it's different taking it in a pill as opposed to mainlining it in your arm with a syringe. There's
Mm-hmm.
a big difference. It hits you all at once, and it
Mm-hmm.
is quite a rush. Um, I can see why some people get hooked on it.
Mm-hmm.
But I would tell them that regular every day, a couple of times a day. I tell them, "Oh, I'm in a lot of pain, just for the fun of it." And so
Gosh.
it was a good holiday in there, I tell you.
Holiday
And
in
I
Hell and I'm Wasted. That's a song by the uh, Vulcan Death Grip.
I started writing a new song today. I write poetry.
Mm-hmm.
You want to hear one?
Sure.
Okay, let me see if I can get anything. I wrote it one I haven't really developed yet. It's called "I'm Not Right."
We've known that about you, Mark.
Yeah, I know,
We love you anyway.
I know, I know.
That's what
What was
she
I
said, a
doing again?
simple life.
I forgot what I was doing.
Oh, you're going to read a
Okay,
poem.
oh yeah.
You're going to recite a poem, or should we say orate a poem?
If I can find them, I think they're in. Oh,
I have a book of,
where-
I have haikus.
oh yeah,
I
we
wrote a
did that.
haiku about pizza.
Oh yeah, nice.
I wrote a haiku about several things. I think I wrote a haiku about bimbo too, actually.
Oh, that'd be nice.
Hmm.
Okay, this is one. Are you ready?
I'm ready.
Okay. It's not very good, but it's just sort of shows you why I shouldn't write lyrics. I talked to God. He said he likes me. Said I'm not so bad when I try. He told me to talk with my actions, not with my mouth. He said he'll be there waiting when I die. I talked to God. He said he likes me. I talked to God. He said he likes you. Said you can be so bad when you try. He, if you don't end your evil ways, he said he might not be waiting when you die. It goes on. I don't know if I want to go into the next one. I
No, I mean I'm ready. I'm ready.
Okay, I talked to God. He said the world is a mess. Russia may have gone evil and the Taliban has to go. What will happen next is it's even my guess. Is there more good or more evil? I really don't know. And then it says chorus, and then it says this. My God does not expect me on Sundays to wind him up like a clock. Won't smite me if I wander from the flock. He tells me the most weekdays, tells me I, I am fine. Says if I do come on Sunday, there'll be bread and wine.
I can see that coming together as a song. I
Yeah,
like
it
it.
can be too. Yeah,
I mean, I like it.
thank you.
I like it.
Thank you
Yes.
for liking it.
I mean, but I think lyrics don't have to be complex
No,
or or
oh,
um
they can be simple as shit, and you try and figure it out. There's
no, but
there's
I think
songs.
that is a little bit introspective, kind of makes you look at yourself and things going on around you and you know.
Yeah, yeah. It all started with the idea that he does. They go on Sundays and pump up their God and worship their God, and then whatever they do what they do during the week,
Oh yeah.
and then if I have a God, he doesn't expect me to be worship and kiss his feet every Sunday,
No. No,
wind
I
him
think
up like
even
a
like
clock.
with in my feelings too about religion, like my mother, we were dirt poor. We couldn't live, couldn't get buy clothes, ain't that, but she would tithe every freaking week,
Yeah,
you know? And she
yeah,
would pray, all these prayers. uh,
yeah. My mother was really religious.
Very fanatic, very fanatic. And I just can't wrap my head around that. Like, because it was just, I'll give money and I'll pray and hopefully I'll get something back in return, and he'll answer a prayer. I'm like, you know, I don't know.
You know what
I
kills
just,
me?
hmm,
My mother was 64 when she passed away. I was
hmm.
30. I'm going to be 64 in a couple of years. It was funny, kind of, because she had passed out at home. We rushed her to the hospital and they CAT scanned her. And she was acting a little funny for weeks. And they CAT scanned her and her brain was littered with cancer. And they said it's not a hereditary cancer. So that's good news. But there's nothing they can do. The only thing that they can do is give her a steroid to try and shrink the
Hmm.
brain stem a little bit, and she would possibly become conscious again for a time, but only temporarily. So
Hmm.
we said yes, we know by all means. So they gave her steroid, and she woke up like the next day. And then we were able to bring her home, and we set her up at like a nurse station downstairs, brought her down, and we had her for 3 weeks, wonderful
Hmm.
weeks together, and then she slowly went back to sleep again.
Wow.
And then we lost her a few days. Sent her back to the hospital, lost her a few days later.
Wow.
Yep.
Yeah, they say a lot of people have that, what they call it, the second, I don't know, they kind of bounce back for a bit before they pass.
Yeah. Yeah.
My dad did that crap too many times. He just didn't want to go. It's just like,
Really.
let it go. Yeah, he would just, I mean, sometimes he'd come back, he'd be like a kid, Like he was once, I gave him an ice cream cone and he was like eating the paper. I'm like, Dad, you're eating the paper. He's like, well, I want to. I was like, okay, then.
To
I
each his
wasn't going to
own.
argue with him. And then I had a friend who came and watched him one time for me. It's the only time I left him uh, with a friend. I left him with Chris once, and he ended up right in the hospital. They called the ambulance. I had to turn around and come back on the road.
What happened?
I think he was mad because I left.
No, why did they call it get to go to the hospital?
He was in. He had heart failure. Then he
Oh,
had kidney failure. Then he had liver failure. I mean, he just would not let go.
wow.
So he got to the point where he had heart, kidney, and liver failure all at the same time.
Oh yeah, and that killed him.
Yeah. Well, I mean,
Yep.
it was just nobody wanted to tell him because everybody loved him at the hospital.
Right.
Everybody. And nobody wanted to say, hey, you're dying. I kind of just realized it though, because we took him to an internist. Oh, because he was shaking like this, and we had no idea what was going on. And I went to an internist, and it was like the PA for the internist. Her name was Jennifer, and he adored her. She adored him. And when
By
she
the way,
saw him, she just started crying. And I didn't understand why. Nobody wanted to tell us that he was dying. Like nobody.
wow.
So they had him like go to a sleep test during this period, like do a sleep study where then he fell and busted a tooth and bent his glass. I mean, it was a
Yeah.
mess. It was a mess because they gave him, I don't know if they gave him something to help him sleep. It was a nightmare.
Wow.
It
Bummer.
was a nightmare. But yeah, it was hard. It was really hard, because like I said, he had a huge zest for life and living and
Yeah.
people and like, oh yeah, like, oh, so this is something. So normally during hospice, if you have an ICD, they say, go ahead and turn that off because if you don't and your heart goes, you're just it's going to keep trying to revive you until the battery dies, right?
Right. Right.
So he didn't want to have it done, but he went down like he kind of crashed physically. So who did I call? I called the hospice
Oh yeah.
and I told him, let's go ahead and schedule this procedure to have his ICD turned off. And the guy called me because the guy had the same name as my dad. So they've known each other, and he did all my dad's ICDs, and he'd had a few of them. And so when he heard it was my dad, he was like, look, his normal procedure would be for them to pick him up from the house, take him to a facility, then the guy go, and then him have to go be transported back to the house. He's like, look, I'm going to break the rules. I'm going to work with a hospice, and I'm going to see if I can just come by your house.
Oh, that's great.
I was like, awesome. So,
Yeah.
my dad's kindness and generosity to his medical staff all of them, even some that he hadn't seen in, a year or two, really paid off in the end. So
Yeah.
be kind to your medical staff.
Oh,
Always.
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 And they watch and they see the patients that have loving families that come and see them, as
Yeah.
opposed to patients that don't have anybody come see them. And they usually give better care, believe it or not,
Oh yeah.
to the people that have loving families. Because
Yeah.
I noticed that in 2 months you see a lot of things. And I saw
Yeah.
how they treated, some of these old sick people and how they treated me. And
Mm-hmm.
like they gave me the run of the hospital. And
Yeah.
they gave me everything I wanted to keep me
Mm-hmm.
comfortable. So,
Yeah.
and they were nice, courteous, you know.
Oh yeah. Hey Cher, good to see you. Leah, I think you may be a little behind. I'm not sure. Hey Tribbles, good to see you. Good to see you. So do you want to hear my poem to Bimbo, my little thing real
Yeah,
quick?
I do.
Let me see.
I'm gonna cry.
No, it's a haiku. It's very short.
Oh, okay.
Very short. So I might cry.
Go
Yeah,
ahead.
Leah, Death
I'll
Rally. That
comfort
is,
you.
I think that is what it's called. I was trying to I had a goal of doing a haiku a day. So I should do shorts. Oh, there's my artwork when I was a smoker. I drew my little ashtray and my cigarettes and my lighter. That's
Oh,
about
nice.
as good as it gets.
You drawing? I don't draw.
I don't
Can't
either.
do it. Don't have the talent for it.
I don't either. No, this is a thing I heard, and it does work once I tried it. So if you don't draw the object, but you draw what is not the object. Does that make sense?
I'm thinking.
So take a chair,
Running
for
it.
example,
Yeah,
or say this sofa right here. You don't start
yeah.
drawing the sofa. What you draw is the blank space. You draw the space over here. And you draw,
So the
like,
outline, you mean?
it's not really an outline. You would like break it up. And so if you take a chair, say you
Yeah.
have a chair, that has the little kind of like stabilizers in between, or just a chair. And your chair leg's going to be at a weird angle. So you draw the empty spaces within the chair legs. You draw the air part of the chair, not
Oh,
the
okay.
legs itself.
Right.
Yes.
But you
And
end up
I'm
drawing.
telling you, it does make a difference. Oh, here's one. Here's one that's appropriate for this month. So this must have been a New Year's resolution that I normally don't do that just died. The wolf moon shines bright. January is so cold. Looking forward to warm days.
Nice.
Oh, I don't know who this was in regards to. Maybe you, Mark. YouTube, listening, hanging out on Friday night. The music rocks me. That may have been a you, Mark. That may have been a pirate radio night.
Oh, yeah.
Here's one on laundry. Laundry never stops. This necessary evil. Why do we wear clothes?
I know why.
Mhm.
When I was out in minus 20 degrees the other day, I figured that out quick.
Mm. Oh, here's my ode to pizza. Pizza, dry and cold. You satisfy my craving. I love you so much. Oh, here's one on pain. woke up at 4. My back, my hip, I woke up at 4. My back, hip, knee, all painful. Just another day. Mm. Friday the 13th. No money in my wallet. December was fun. This is the one about Bimbo. The warmth of friendship, gratitude for the comfort, memories so sweet. That's the one I wrote about Bimbo.
Nice. I wonder if you could take these. Take this is haiku, right?
Yes.
And put a bunch of them together and make the lyrics of a song. All done with haikus. You know what I'm
I
saying?
imagine you could.
Be a lot of work though.
Although you don't rhyme anything in them.
No.
But you could write the haiku and then maybe change the words to rhyme.
Yeah, write it when you write it about, with rhyme.
Like this one. I do Sudoku. I do Sudoku too.
Right.
How's that? How's that for a rhyme?
Yeah.
See you later, Sheer. Thanks for stopping in. Have a good evening or morning. I guess it's morning. He's off to school. All right. Good night, Simple Life. I know I bored them with my haikus. That was it. They couldn't take any more.
Them, Jen. They were good, Jen.
They're fun. They're quick, they're simple, and it's a nice goal to have. A little something other than the everyday and in and out, So, yeah. But I appreciate you coming on, Mark. I told Chris that once he got settled, we'd do this live together.
Yeah, what are you going to do?
No, the one we did tonight. So we were on about an hour before he left. So that was.
You were expecting Chris to come up.
Yeah. So, but yeah, I told him because he'd been popping in, but I'm always doing, trivia or something. So I said, and then he told me they had moved. I said, well, let's get together. We'll go live on both our channels. But it was hard to get him to walking him through going live initially, but he got it because he's so used to going live and dropping the link. And I was like, no, you take the link in my email. So,
How do you get that link? You got to go in and have a show upcoming, right? You got to program.
No.
Pre-schedule a show.
No, just like you drop a link for when you're live. Once it goes go into studio. That part when it comes up, it has a little box with your photo and the mic and the camera setting.
Yeah, I know where the link is.
And then you go enter studio, right?
Yeah.
And then you can change the title of your show.
Right.
And that and then the link is where you would normally just grab a link for the show. Oh,
and then you use that link.
Yes, use that link. It's already your new show. So, yeah. And that way everybody can meet behind the scenes before you go live.
Oh.
Instead of dropping the link in the middle. Yeah. Yeah, I know how that is. So, but yeah. So yeah, try that and see when you have a guest next, maybe Mama Mary. And I just want to call her Mary because my neighbor's name was Mary. I always feel so bad.
Why? It is Mary.
Well, because hers is Mary.
Mary.
M-A-R-I. But my next door neighbor was Mary, M-E-R-I.
Mary. Oh, okay.
Yeah. But she was Korean, so I mean, it was something else actually. But
There, that explains
Her
everything.
sister went by So Young, but she took an Americanized name. So,
Yeah. I had a
thanks,
Chinese.
Ray.
I had a Chinese rheumatologist. He
Mhm.
looked like Jerry Lewis. The first time he came at me was a huge hypodermic needle to suck fluid out of my swollen knee. And I looked at him. I didn't know if I was going to let him or not because it looked like a setup
Do you do
voice.
that? Whatever Jerry Lee Lewis used to do, that weird kind of laugh sound thing.
No.
Oh, gosh.
Fortunately for him, he didn't act like Jerry
Mm-hmm.
Lewis. He,
All right. Good
he was
night,
a very
Leah.
cheerful guy. Bye,
Good
Leah.
night, Leah. Yeah. So I'm doing trivia Friday night at 8. You're doing pirate radio. Are you doing pirate
Could
radio
be.
tonight? It's
No,
10:30.
not tonight. It won't be tonight. It'll
Yeah.
be maybe tomorrow.
Because you usually go more on Wednesday.
Yeah, it depends. Depends what it does. I don't have any rhyme or reason. I do it when I feel like it.
Yeah, I was kind
And
of looking back on when you did your lives to do this with Chris. And I was like, well, Monday and Tuesday look kind of thin for a lot of your shows. So I took a
yeah,
gamble. But
yeah,
yeah,
I make room
well,
because
I
I
appreciate
usually do my rehearsing during the day, and I have my evenings to myself. So I do stuff like on YouTube from home. I've been watching a lot of bands play lately around
it.
town because we're doing a battle of bands, and we've
Mm-hmm.
been trying to check out our competition.
Mm-hmm.
And we're up to some stiff competition.
Good night, Headley. We'll see you later. Yeah.
Are you
Yeah.
calling it a night, Jen?
No, I think Headley, everybody's kind of heading out. It's 10:30. Everybody on the East Coast is ready for bed.
What are you gonna do?
Oh, what am I gonna do? Probably finish editing something. Oh, I think I totally screwed something up. Or did I? I think I just uploaded something, but I need to go in and do some back end edits to it. And then I edited another video today, and I'm not going to work anymore. I've worked enough today. I've got tons more videos to edit, but Dan was anxious to see what we planted this weekend. Oh, pardon me. So I edited that video, got half of it out today, and the other half will go out tomorrow. So
Hey, look, I'm in the picture.
look at you.
I'm in the mirror. Hi,
Look at
everybody.
you. I
It's
kind
a
of like
mirror,
that.
eh?
I was kind of laughing at these new people
neat
coming over.
illusion, eh?
Very good. The grand illusion. You can
I'm
hold
a genius.
your
I'm a
head in your
freaking
hands.
genius.
You can
Yeah,
hold your
good.
head in your hands.
Nice boy. You're a good boy. Good boy. Here's biscuit. Very good
See,
boy.
this was worth coming for, folks.
Really good boy.
Rub it into the people who left early that they missed the best part of the show at the end.
Yeah, you have to stay to the end. You never know what's gonna freaking happen,
That's
folks.
right. That's
Dun,
right.
dun, 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 dun,
Oh, Friday night, I'm going to
dun,
reveal some
dun.
interesting YouTubers that I've run across lately.
Oh, that'll be interesting. I'm gonna watch that.
Oh, yeah. I'm going to drop some links.
There's all kinds,
There's
isn't there?
all kinds. Let me tell you, at 4:00 in the morning, there's some all kinds. Yes.
Yeah, I know. I'm up. That's the time I wake up a lot of times, and I get up for good.
Oh,
I
gosh.
I always check who's on, and I do a little bit of exploring
What's
on
funny, though,
YouTube.
I'm kind of laughing. There was a guy doing a cooking thing last night. Or was it today? I think it was last night. I don't know. No, it was last night. He was doing a cooking show, but he actually had 2 cameras going. So he must
Oh
be
yeah.
new from TikTok because he had 1 camera going for TikTok, 1 camera going for YouTube. And I'm like, dude, there's Restream, there's OBS, there's
Right.
you can stream to several places on 1 camera. Yeah. So good night, Ray. Good seeing you. I can't believe you got that. I had no idea that's who sang that song that Joe Tex sang. Hold on to what we've got. That's amazing. I never would have put the 2 together.
What are you talking about? Are you talking to me?
Ray,
Oh,
we were
Ray.
talking about
Okay.
Joe
Sorry.
Tex earlier because he's a lot like that Walker dude that he brought up. You know, a little bit kind of more risque type songs, somewhat sometimes.
Right.
Yeah.
I'm thinking of having another interview on my channel. I'm thinking of asking the lead singer from one of my bands. He's a
Oh
pretty
yeah.
interesting. He's an interesting fella. He's a firefighter,
Uh huh.
and he likes to go solo in bars and play. But he's always wanted to be in a band. So he called me up. He found me on Band Mix. Called me up one day, asked me if I wanted to play, and I said, "Do you want to make a band and be in a band?" And he said, "Yeah." So I recruited Brad from a bass player from Trainwreck because he's got a lot of good connections for venues for us to play. And then
Mm-hmm.
we got a drummer, guitarist, local guys, and we have a band. We we're doing our first gig is coming up in April for that band.
Very cool.
Yeah,
Tribbles was saying, I just found some pretty cool editing video, but I haven't needed it before now, and some really great tips for a channel. Tribbles, your phone should already have some kind of editing software on it, and you have to be very careful of the editing softwares you're going to download because, especially for the phone, because they can be they can have spyware, spamware, malware, Chinese, we know everything about you now kind of wear.
yeah.
Yeah,
We
so I
can
don't
see
mess
every.
with any of that crap. I only go with legitimate stuff, and my phone has everything. If you look at like all of my videos up until December, and even the ones I did today and will come out tomorrow, they were all edited on my phone. Now, my cruise
Right.
ship stuff has been edited on Adobe Express. And Adobe
Uh,
Express is free for 30 days and it's a very easy editor. And I got it at half price um, on because it has like you can use templates, videos, it has clip art you can use or design, it has end screens, that type of thing.
right.
It has music that's not copywritten that you can overlay, but so does your phone. Your phone has music that you can use on your videos. This is just better music, and it's not as cumbersome to use. So, oh, okay, Tribbles. Just want to make you sure. Well, and anyone else who wants to know, because who was it? Danny the medic that I'm a moderator for. He did a video today on anyone can be a YouTuber. And so we were both kind of giving, he gave a bunch of hints and tips and showed people the basics. And then I confirmed and said, because he uses iPhone. So I confirmed that, yes, you can do all of that on a regular phone as well. I've only ever used my phone for everything I do. And even now with the cruise and everything, I only use my phone. I'm not going to carry around a ton of equipment when my phone is fine for all that stuff. And I don't need that many electronics. I just need one device that works well. So, But yeah, so we were given hints, and I also gave hints for channel names because a lot of people will use symbols, weird spellings, that type of thing. Makes it hard to find a channel. If somebody like saw you once and they're like, "Oh, what was that name?" and they try to go look for you, they're not going to be able to find you because it can be very difficult. So it usually helps to have a, and even my Easy Street with Jen, there were a lot of other names that I came to my mind before I even started that. And I didn't pick any of them because they were already taken. So, and you have to think about branding opportunities possible down the road too. So, well, think of like Pioneer Woman Cooks, right? She was very smart in her naming of her blog when she was just a blogger and doing recipes. So, Johnny built a quad computer in 5th grade with 4 screens that he could bounce a ball and hit each screen consecutively. Oh, you're talking about my son writes code. Yeah, my husband doesn't write code, but he's in IT. He's reading Linux. Linux is Linux, Lynyx in middle school. Interesting. And you don't read Linux, it's an operating system. Unless Linux is something totally different.
Oh,
There's Linux, which is an operating system that's like an open source. I don't know. Linux code. New Linux pros. Error code. Look up.
hey, Jen,
Huh.
I'm going to drop down now.
Yeah.
I got to make a phone call before 11 o'clock.
I'm going to drop down too.
Right?
So, yeah, I'd never heard of Linux coding. So, but I have heard of Linux operating system. You got PC, you got Mac, and you got Linux, open source.
Right.
So
That's right.
But yeah. Anyway, off topic.
That's right. I had some Linux. I used to run Ubuntu on one of my computers. Have you heard of Ubuntu?
No.
It's a Windows replacement. It's a Windows and DOS replacement.
Interesting.
And you yeah.
I wrote code like when it was Pascal. That's when I did mine, like back in the 80s.
Oh, yeah.
Like 87 or something, I was writing some code.
Yeah, I think
But that's before they had all the because we had to go in and if there were corrupt files, we'd have to go in and manually correct them because that's when we were doing graphic and data kind of overlays. And then the files would freak out and we'd have to go in and do all this math and figure out where the file and add, subtract,
Sounds great.
Crazy times. But I loved it. Yeah. I loved it. But I liked it better when things fixed themselves and it was a lot easier.
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
Yeah. Definitely. All right, honey.
Again,
well,
take care.
All right. If you let me know what if you want any of those kind of pictures I showed or any other pictures.
Yeah, I
bimbo visit.
Okay.
So and you did I did send you that my notes from the tribute show that had all the links in it with I'm stepping in vomit.
Oh, where did it? Yeah. Oh.
I sent that to you via email.
How long ago?
I think the night we talked about it. That was the night you met with Chris about doing some stuff.
Right.
But it was more the StreamYard kind of stuff.
I'll have to go and look.
Linux. Yeah, Yeah, Linux furnaces. Interesting. Yeah, if you don't have it, let me know and I can send you that link, or that I can send you the whole program, but I think I sent it to you.
Okay, I'll take a look. I'll look, darling.
Yeah.
Darling.
Well, let me know. You know how to reach me.
Yeah. Same. Likewise. I'll be talking to you soon enough.
All right, sounds good. Y'all take care. Thanks for coming up.
Bye, everybody.
And bye. Thanks for everybody for watching. I appreciate you taking the time to hang out. Y'all have a good evening.
Drive carefully
And
home.
yeah, I will. I'll stumble. I'll stumble my way there. All right.